Yes. So, I guess that my comment on yesterday's TJ Does Life video, wherein I told the story of the creation of the atomic bomb, and I said that there were a lot of scientists who had good reason to believe that it would basically ignite the ionosphere and destroy the atmosphere of the planet. I said that there was concerns that would happen, but they went along with the project anyway. Some people have said that what I said was not exactly accurate, and that was an early concern, but then the math later proved it to be just an error in their calculations, and everything was all good. I think that maybe I don't necessarily disagree with the people who said this, but maybe I just have a different criteria for the kind of chances you should take with the entire world, especially when you're seeking to create something that is not going to generate knowledge, but is intended to rain destruction upon your fellow man. Is it really worth gambling the fate of the planet on the creation of a weapon to destroy your enemies? You know, it's like, let's risk large-scale destruction so that we can achieve large, but not quite as large-scale destruction. But, I mean, that was just an example of the ways in which the human species is short-sighted. And there's plenty more examples. Let's look at our handling of the climate change thing, this problem that we've been faced with, where our environment is changing, and a lot of people say we're the cause. Now, there are some people who point out that the Earth has always gone through climate change. Climate has never been a stable thing. It's always, I mean, there's been ice ages, there have been ages where the Earth is much hotter than it is now, and there have been ages where it's much colder, and this seems to happen in cycles. And I don't think that anyone on either side can deny that. However, we have kicked the heating cycle of the Earth into high gear by releasing too much carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. This carbon dioxide would be released into the atmosphere naturally. It's true. It would be released through volcanoes and other phenomena. But it would have happened very gradually. Human beings have kind of rescheduled climate change for here and now, which, you know, if we didn't exist, this climate change wouldn't be happening. That's what the evidence seems to indicate. We didn't create the cycles of the Earth, but we are kicking them into high gear, and the planet heated up, you know, is not a place that is very hospitable to us. We rely a lot on commercial fishing. When the climate changes, if the climate changes to the extent that some predict, much of the oceans will become acidic. A lot of fish will die. That's going to leave a lot of people without income. That's going to leave a lot of people without food. There's going to be a lot of crops that die. I mean, you know, you're going to see a lot of species that were previously so well adapted to their environment dying out. And you're going to see devastating blows to the ecosystem, and that's going to have a profound impact on us. And yet we're still squabbling over it. You know, it's not like we got this data slapped into our laps and we're like, oh shit, better spring into action. We're like, oh well, let's fucking make sure. But I mean, it's kind of a shitty gamble. You know, if you are someone who's denying that there is climate change, or you're denying that we're responsible for it, then you're basically taking the gamble that science is wrong. Now, could science be wrong? Sure. Science has been wrong before. It's been wrong plenty of fucking times. That's part of science, is you find out that your previous assumptions were wrong, and you get yourself a fucking new set of assumptions. So it's perfectly plausible that scientists have misinterpreted the data. Is it likely? I don't believe it's likely. But it is possible. But is the possibility that something like 97% of academia is wrong, is that possibility really worth risking the fate of the entire planet? I don't believe so. This is just one example of tens of thousands of human short-sightedness. Not just the short-sightedness of individual human beings, but the short-sightedness of human beings as a species.